Hey, we're Saints. Father Chris here. Welcome to our Crucifixional live stream. Glad to have you beautiful people with us. We are spending some time this week thinking about thinking. And one of the things that we want to do here is to put out ideas and ask hard questions to help all of us think. I mean, we're not snarks who just want to cause stress. There are those internet guys and gals out there who just try to poke the bear so they get all the clicks and likes. That's not us. We're not interested in that kind of stuff. It's kind of boring. We teach really just because God told us to, with or without an audience. I mean, that's just what we do, right? So we put stuff out with the intention of producing thought, other thinking, other people thinking. And it's important for us to go through that because you know what? A lot of times we don't think or we think flippantly. Like I'm guilty of it myself. Sometimes you get tired at the end of the day and you just start thinking things. Last week we had a post that was dealing with the Pope of Rome's decision to bless same-sex couples, created a firestorm. Some people were thinking, some were clearly not. It just, we all sometimes fall into that trap of not thinking. St. Paul tells us in Romans chapter 12 that by the grace given to him, he does not want us to think more highly, anyone to think more highly of themselves than they ought to think, but to think with sober judgment. I liked that word, sober judgment. In the Greek, it plays well. And he's telling us like, look, buddy, there are a lot of competing voices out there in the world. And they are trying to get you to buy their stuff. And I don't just necessarily mean products, actual tangible widget products, but also to buy their products of their line of thinking. Political parties do that, politicians do that, advertisers obviously do that, influencers. Everybody's trying to get you to buy into their stuff, to purchase whatever it is they're selling. And some of those things you should. I mean, you really should purchase some of these things, right? Like the way the word's saying, we think is a good thing. We want you to. But the idea is you have to come to that thought yourself. And so often we think, again, I'm guilty of it too, flippantly. We don't put a lot of thought into things and we're just jumping on bandwagons and drinking Kool-Aid from things that we probably would be better served if we avoided, right? And so St. Paul is telling us, like, don't think you're so great. Be sober-minded and think through things, think more clearly, right? Have in your mind maybe a process on how you go through things to recognize and determine what's real and what's not. I can tell you this, and I don't care what the topic is. If it comes to you in a nice, trite little meme that stirs an emotion in you, like, oh, I'm angry, or yeah, get 'em. If you feel that emotion when looking at a meme, you're being duped. Think soberly, right? The other thing I want to add, fill yourself with good stuff, right? I mean, I'm on the internet every single day. Greg's on the internet every single day. We're teaching all the time. We want you to watch our stuff, obviously. But maybe it's better if you don't spend as much time doing all the scrolling or the thumbing that you do. Read a book, right? Read a classic. Pick something that's, timeless. I mean, obviously, we're going to always tell you, read scripture. Get your mind saturated with good stuff, not just, Anyways, enough of my rant. But we want, as we get ready to slide into 2024, we want everyone to really consider making thoughtfulness, thinking one of your New Year's resolutions. Love you. Look, I said we want you to get our stuff. Of course, the way of the warrior saint, when you go here, we have a 6-part battle plan, right? It's to help the full man, the full woman become exactly what God asks us to do. The very first part of that 6 parts is the mind, the brain, how you think. And we've got a lot of stuff there that really can help. Well, let's say this. It was helpful to me. It really helped me a lot to be thinking with sober judgment. All right, I'm done. Love you. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow, same time, same place, baby. Love you. We'll see you soon. And as always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.